All right. Salute to everybody that's here. You already know I'm Blue Devil. We back in the building. Check this out. Today's video is Lucky from Hood Stocks. Now, I thought we were over with this topic. I thought we had moved on. But it seems like Spoety Face had talked about the whole incident on his podcast with Bro Rogan. And I guess now Lucky responded or spoke about it on his news podcast he had with Droops. All right. Look, before we get into the video, I want to make this clear because I've been reading this a lot in the comments. People saying that I don't like Lucky or that I got a problem with him, or that all I do is talk about him, blah, blah, blah. Let me make this clear. YouTube is a business. Everybody on YouTube to make money. And Lucky, a trending topic. Spoety Face, a trending topic. So I'm not choosing to make videos solely on these characters. They are in the news today, yesterday, last week. Next week, they'll be forgotten and we'll be speaking about someone new. That's the way it works. If a certain individual is hot, you got to jump on the trending news to bring it to you guys. Now, if you guys weren't interested, you wouldn't be watching. So don't look at me like the bad guy. Look at yourself. You guys see the title and are like, oh, click. You could easily bypass it. But you don't. So again, it's Lucky this week. Next week, it'll probably be me. It'll probably be, some other guy. And that's the way it works. Okay? I'm not targeting Lucky. I don't care about Lucky. I don't care about nobody. All right? I don't. But it is what it is. So in the video we're going to watch right now, Lucky is on this episode of Hood Stocks of the news with Droops. And I guess he's on the phone with somebody. And he's saying that he would have gave Spoety Face a fair one-on-one fade. All right? So I need everybody to hit the like. I need everybody to hit the subscribe. And I do need everybody to leave me their thoughts on this video in the comments, bro. I will pin the best one and I will respond. With that being said, let's get to the news. It's coming directly from Hot Wheela Media. Salute to that boy. Make sure you guys go over there and hit the subscribe button. Now, here it is right here. Let's get to it. It says, Lucky from Hood Stocks says he would have gave Spoety Face a fair fade if he pulled up to his pop-up in Whittier. All right? Now, Spoety says something before this, but I'm not going to go dig that up. You guys want to do the news on it, go look for it. Or maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. But let's go ahead and see what Lucky said.
Scared, bro?
Put the volume up real quick.
Is not in my vocabulary.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
If you're scared, go to church.
Scared of a fight, bro? No, bro. No. Like you gotta understand. I had hundreds of DMs. I had hundreds of people saying they're gonna take my head. I gotta even the playing field. But all the boys knew that if that one individual that called me out on that shit pulled up, I told all my boys that he was gonna get a fair fight, bro. If that brother had the whoop-de-woo, whatever you want to call it, the pull up, I told all my boys that he would get a fair fight. That's on my fucking kids, bro, that I told all my boys that. The big dogs right there, I told them all that. And they said, and some of them said, nah, he don't deserve a fair fight. And I said, he gonna get a fair fight. Straight up, he gonna get a fair fight. You know what I mean? He could pull up right now. He gonna get a fair fight. You know what I mean? And it's hard to fight someone when you're hard. I'm an asshole like that, dog. You know what I mean? Like, scared, bro, is not in my vocabulary.
Thank you.
Heart's not really in it. You know what I mean? But I will do it.
You're fighting because you're a racist?
I don't like the
It's just to prove a point.
I just don't like we let's paint a different scenario, you know what I mean? Like you're the racist.
So my thing is,
but I can be really full-hearted into it, you know what I mean? Like the tables are turned. Oh yeah.
The truth comes out, huh?
Well, no, like, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe I'm not the racist. Maybe you're the racist.
The rapist? What?
The racist.
Oh, I thought you said
No.
Hell no. There's no pedophiles here.
Only bicycle seat sniffers.
That's another penal code.
I'm a nigga too. Thank you, bro. I'm a nigga too. My boy Dog said I'm a nigga too, dog. So, you know what I mean? I don't give a dog. I'm in the club, bro. I'm in the club, bro. You know what I mean? Let me get some of that jungle juice, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Just stop there. Just stop there.
Heart's not.
Okay. Now look, I'm not going to give you my thoughts because I know people don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear the comparison because the comparison and the truth hurts. Nobody wants to hear what I got to say. Okay? Nobody wants to hear you know, facts from fiction. But we will say this, and let's make this a topic. Would have Lucky gave Spoety Face a fair fade? Now, Big Droops is in the building. And Droops, no, we don't do the what ifs. He knows that. He's the one that was over here and he was like, hey, fool, we don't do what ifs, right? So we can't really do the what ifs. What if Spoety Face would have pulled up? What if he got the fade? It don't matter because it's a what if. You know, what if Spoety Face pulls up to Hoodstocks right there while they're live? Is he getting the fair fade? It's a what if. We don't know. We're not going to play that game. We can only talk about what went down. All right. And what went down was Spoety Face called out Lucky for a one-on-one. And Lucky said, catch me when you catch me. Now, again, I don't want to give you my thoughts because I feel like that's the correct thing to do. If you a gangster and you got a problem, then come get me. Because we gangsters and we playing the gangster game. You know, we playing the game of the streets. You know, and the game of the streets is you my enemy. And if you my enemy, you want to kill me. And if you want to kill me, I ain't going to make it easy for you, bro. So come handle your business. Now, to the kids on the internet, the little kids from like today, they think that meeting up is cool. They think meeting up is gangsta. Well, you must have never been in no real life situations if you think meeting up is the shit, bro, because you go meet up with somebody and you think you're going to get a one-on-one and you pull up solo and then all of a sudden you got 30 dudes jumping you or somebody ups the blicky on you or now somebody pulls out the knife on you and now you dead. You know, remember, to all the kids that are watching, when somebody wants to fight you, that's your enemy, which means they don't like you, which means they want to wipe you off the earth. And the name of the game is to survive and be alive. You know, so you got to play the game to the best of your abilities. Now, if you walking down the street, right? If you walking down the street and you see a guy that don't like you, say Spoety Face is walking, Lucky's walking, and they're both coming out of Kmart. Bam, right? Cool. You enemy right there. Hey, fool, fuck you. Let's get a fade. One of them is going to start talking shit and the fight's going to happen. Boom. These are what ifs, but these are things that can happen, right? And that has happened in other scenarios. Now you got a fair fade. Boom. It's just happened to happen. But if you call your op, hey, fool, let's meet at the park under the bleachers. You bring your best man. I bring my best man. Mano a mano. Okay? No weapons. 3:30 sharp. But the only time that I've ever caught a fair fade like that is when one of the homie calls me and says, hey, the homeboy wants to talk to you. You know, I'm going to set her up. Let's go. And my big homie's there, or the other fool's big homie, or we have people in mutual relation. So it's nothing going to happen. We all know each other somehow. We don't want to kill each other. We just want to meet up, figure it out, and get it over with. That's different than an enemy. Now, do I feel he should have given him a fair fade? Bro, this is not my podcast. I'm only here to bring you guys the news. Lucky said he would have gave Spoety Face a fair fade. I don't know. I need you guys to tell me down below, do you feel like Lucky would have really caught the one-on-one, or do you think Lucky's saying that only because now it seems like it's over? Now it seems like Lucky at least did his part. Spoety did his part. Boom. Do you feel like Lucky's lying or telling the truth? Now, I will say this. If I could give Lucky a piece of advice, if he ever were to listen or pay attention, is stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. You know, all I can tell you is that when that shit happened with Wack here and Droops and me and Opina, the worst thing we could have done is kept talking about it. You know, acting like it didn't happen and disregarding it is the best thing you can do because you can't win with the goofies on the internet. You know, only you know what went down. Only you know what happened behind closed doors. Only you know what's going to happen. And sometimes when it gets too deep into gang politics, you can't talk about it on the internet. So you got all these people watching, expecting you to do something when it's beyond that. And how do you explain that to a bunch of dudes on the internet that can't comprehend that? That are not smart enough to realize, well, Blue Devil's from a gang, Droops from a gang, Lucky from a gang. And if they were in trouble, maybe they would have been reprimanded already. Maybe they would have been off air. Maybe they would have this or that. Like some people are too dumb to realize what's really going on or to read between the lines. And you can't explain that, bro. So it's best just to shut the fuck up. So if Lucky was a smart man, he'd stop talking about it and move on, bro. Just be great. Just do great podcasting. But right here, he called himself the N-word. He said he's one of them. And he's continuing, bro. He's continuing. Let's watch this one last time. And then we'll
Yeah, I
end
mean,
it.
You're
like-
scared, go to church.
Scared of a fight, bro? No, bro. No. Like you gotta understand. I had hundreds of DMs. I had hundreds of people saying they're gonna take my head. I gotta even the playing field. But all the boys knew that if that one individual that called me out on that shit pulled up, I told all my boys that he was gonna get a fair fight, bro. If that brother had the whoop-de-woo, whatever you want to call it, the pull up, I told all my boys that he would get a fair fight. That's on my fucking kids, bro. That I told all my boys that. The big dogs right there, I told them all that. And they said, and some of them said, nah, he don't deserve a fair fight. And I said, he gonna get a fair fight. Straight up, he gonna get a fair fight. You know what I mean? He could pull up right now. He gonna get a fair fight. You know what I mean? And it's hard to fight someone when you're hard.
Again, what ifs? Okay, what ifs? Let's go.
Really in it. You know what I mean? But I will do it.
You're fighting because you're a racist. It's
Yeah,
it
like
feels-
I don't like the.
just to prove a point.
I just don't. I just don't like. We let's paint a different scenario. You know what I mean? Like you're the racist,
So my thing is,
but I
what
can
it-
be really full-hearted into it. You know what I mean? Like all right, the tables are turned. Oh yes.
I will say and give them a compliment is I like their new setup. I like how they're able to put a 3-camera split like that. I had that in the other room, but I think I'm gonna go back to it. That's dope, bro. But the reason he could do that, and I haven't got down to doing that on the 200 boys, is because he has that fool with the little Hitler mustache back there. He's working the keyboards. Over here is on me, fool. So I gotta constantly get up. But he upgraded his setup, and you gotta congratulate him on that. Oh wait, it's not you too.
Dude comes out, huh? Well, no, like maybe it's the opposite. Maybe I'm not the racist. Maybe you're the racist.
The rapist? What?
The racist.
Oh, I thought you said
No.
Hell no. There's no pedophiles here.
Only bicycle seat sniffers.
That's another penal code.
But I will tell you, they need some young faces, bro, because everybody over there old as shit. Hey, but that's who they cater to, bro. Fuck it.
I'm a nigga too. Thank you, bro. I'm a nigga too. My boy Dog said I'm a nigga too, dog.
See, things like that, bro, are going to continue to get people pissed off. I get where he's coming from. He's just clowning, but some people don't. Like, we've already realized that the black community don't like it, bro. Why continue? But, hey, to each their own. People going to do what they want to do. It's really how they run their program. You can't tell them anything. I mean, us Hispanics can't, but the blacks will voice their opinion, of course. you know. And with that being said, leave your comments, leave your thoughts down below. I do got a video dropping on Adam 22 diss record for 4 Extra. I even got a video dropping on J.O. Felony versus Munchie B diss record. You know, stay tuned, bro. We got a lot of content dropping. New Year's is coming, 2026. Salute to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a great holiday. Hopefully everybody's ready for the new year. We for sure are. And like I said in the episode with J.O. Felony, there's a clip that I dropped on Instagram, right? I want to watch it real quick before we end this pod because I want to bring light to this. For everybody that's watching right now, let's live by this in 2026, all right? Let's go. Make sure you guys go follow HaterWorld Media.
You know, getting away from the negativity and
Yeah, that's
you
just
know,
gotta go
making
out the
moves,
window.
man.
All the negative shit, bro. It's got
No doubt.
It's
No
to
doubt.
a point where it's like if ain't nothing happening or ain't nobody doing nothing, you need to just shut your mouth.
No
and
doubt.
Get on the positivity train because
Yep.
a lot of people out there just running their mouth, but they're not acting on it.
Yeah,
and
that's-
it's just
that's
a
what it's
waste
all
of
about.
fucking energy. It's a waste of time, bro. I say that all the time. Like recently,
Yeah,
I've been
like,
saying that a lot.
Hey, you hit it on the nose. Like motherfuckers was tough when it mattered.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
facts.
saying. Now it's time to build and you know, elevate.
You weirdos just
know
want
what
to
I mean?
smell this couch.
Like
Build and elevate. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying that a lot recently. It's like if you're gonna do something, get to it, dog.
No
If
doubt.
not, just shut the fuck up and let us work. Because a lot of
Salute,
negativity will take
Mr.
away
One.
from the progress.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay, a lot of negativity will take away from the progress. For everybody in the chat talking shit, bro, do something or move out the way and jump on the positivity train. There's not too many Raza platforms, and for you guys to be disrespecting and hating when you guys are watching on a daily, it's sort of disgusting, bro. Either jump on the team and let's all build together, or go fucking cry and create your own YouTube and run your mouth all day, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro. Here we are with a legend, J.O. Felony. And instead of people being on the team that we're networking black and brown, you fools are running your fucking weird ass fools. But listen, salute to everybody. Salute to Lucky. Salute to J.O. Felony. Salute to Droops over there. Salute to Spoety. Salute to everybody, bro. It is what it is, homie, until it's not what it is. And with that being said, I'm Blue Devil. I'll catch you on the next one. Let's get it. Let's go.